Sup y'all, bring you guys another video. So let's bring you guys my post-fight thoughts of the fight between Patrick Teixeira and Brian Castano. Uh, First things first, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing and please hit that like button. It helps out the video, it helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And I'd like to apologize for the late upload. I know this fight took place a few days ago. I was out the past few days celebrating Valentine's and the anniversary with the future misses, so that's the reason why I haven't uploaded much the past few days. Anyway, this fight took place in the undercard of the Jojo Diaz vs. Rakimov fight over in California. Fight was shown live on the Zone. You can actually watch the highlights here on YouTube on the Zone's official YouTube channel. Just go to the Zone Boxing and you can watch the highlights right there. It's pretty much the whole entire fight. It's 15 minutes long. I love the highlights of the Zone, man. They pretty much sum up, their highlights sums up the whole fight. And this fight was pretty much a shout-out win for Brian Castano. Castano went out there and outmatched Patrick Teixeira. Teixeira, I don't know, man. I feel like he was backing up too much. I felt like if he fought toe-to-toe against Castano, he would have had a better chance. But then again, Castano was the more elusive, more talented, faster, quicker fighter out of the two. Castano was mixing it up, going downstairs, upstairs, had better footwork. You know, he chased the taller, bigger fighter in Patrick Teixeira. I guess Teixeira tried to use his height, but it wasn't really much of an advantage. So yeah, it was all Castano. The judges, we went the distance, went the whole 8 rounds, and Patrick Teixeira rounds by one judge, 117, 111. The other two scored it 120, 108, 119, 109, all in favor of Brian Castano. And rightfully so. I feel like if you're being generous, you could give 3 rounds to Teixeira if you're being super generous. But yeah, more than 3 rounds, I think you're not scoring the fight right. If you had more than 3 rounds, hell, if you already have 3 rounds, I think that's pretty close to not scoring this fight right already. But the right man did win, Brian Castano. I was a little worried that one judge might have Teixeira winning, because sometimes when it comes to Golden Boy fights, there's always that one judge giving it all to Golden Boy, the Golden Boy fighter. But this time around, the 2 judges had it pretty correct. Castano proved that he's in a completely different level compared to Teixeira. Teixeira's a tough guy. He's a tough dude. He loves to fight. He's a pretty tough, tall fighter. But he just doesn't have that same boxing IQ compared to somebody like Castano. Castano belongs to that level against the elite in the top of the 154 division, in my opinion. So anyway, when it comes to what's next, Patrick Teixeira, I guess it's just back to the drawing board, try to rebound from this, try to get back in the mix, fight fighters in the top 15, top 20. If we look at the rankings right now, obviously it needs to be updated. Castano is not a champion. Maybe try to get in there against the mix like Liam Smith, Jack Kulkai, Takeshi Inoue. I think those are some decent fights. Sergio Garcia, those would be some decent fights for him. At try to so that I can go back up in the rankings for the WBO. And as for Brian Castano, what's next for him? I think we all know what's next for him. It's most likely this fight against Jermell Charlo for undisputed status in the super welterweight division, junior middleweight division, 154 pounds. This is the likely fight we might see. Charlo versus Castano, which is what I want to see, to be honest. I want to see this fight. I want to see an undisputed champion at 154 pounds, and for us to see that it's against Castano. And it's a very realistic fight. Both fighters are promoted by PBC. Well, not necessarily promoted by PBC, but are associated with PBC. So it's an easy fight to make. There's the question of Team Zoo. If you guys don't know who Team Zoo is, the son of Katsuzu. He's pretty much put himself in as a mandatory for the next WBO champion. I believe the WBO did state that he will be fighting the winner of Teixeira versus Castano, which will most likely be next. But I feel like the undisputed fight between Charlo and Castano will override the mandatory status of Team Zoo. That's the way I look at it. And right now, Team Zoo is already scheduled to fight Dennis Hogan, so he has to take care of that first. So I feel like this fight will happen first before Team Zoo. I feel like, and honestly, I want to see this fight first before fighting, before Castano or Charlo fights Team Zoo. I want to see this fight for undisputed status. I mean, who doesn't want to see it? If you don't want to see an undisputed champion at 154, you stupid. You stupid. And this is a very realistic fight. Very, very realistic fight. And I hope they get it done, they negotiate it, and deliver us this fight. Chances are it might be pay-per-view. Maybe. I don't know how popular Charlo is pay-per-view, but him and his brother fought in pay-per-view in their last fight. So who knows if it will be pay-per-view. I think it's definitely a fight I would pay for pay-per-view, to be honest. As long as it has a good card. As long as the card is good, I'd probably pay for it. But who knows? Anyway, spectacular stuff. Congrats again to Brian Castano on the win, going out there and beating Teixeira. Sucks for Teixeira, but it happens. It is what it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Please, and like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.